All right, so we're talking new construction. What about the vacant lot process?
Yes.
What if you just want to buy a vacant lot?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Okay, so we can do a vacant lot purchase. Andy will go out shopping for you. You definitely would like, it's important to have a builder kind of involved in that vacant lot purchase along with you. The reason being, you want that builder's expertise on that lot.
Yeah.
Now, if the builder owns the lot, that's a no-brainer. I mean, you've already got a builder expertise. But if it's being sold by a private individual, really it is beneficial if you align yourself with a builder and just to get their feedback. They know a lot more about vacant.
Where to put the house? Is the house even going to be able to be built on this? And if you're a builder yourself, maybe, but I promise you, you're not as qualified as you think you are in some of the trades. Yeah, it looks like we can just level it off and be good. Who knows? Because you have to pull permits. There's a lot of things that go into building a home, right?
Yes.
So reference a builder while you're shopping for the vacant lot. Say you find a piece you really like.
Yeah.
You need to have that builder kind of already in mind, and I'm sure they'd be glad to step out and walk the property and say, you know, this is some things we could do, because they do it for a living. They've been through a lot of lots.
They have the vision. They can see, whereas you and I perhaps can't see what they can see. They can actually see the end product on the vacant lot.
Yeah.
And if they already know perhaps that you want maybe a sloping ranch, all right?
Walkout basement.
Or with a walkout basement. They're going to say, well, this lot is not conducive for a walkout basement.
Yeah.
Perhaps you've fallen in love with the old Victorian style new construction home. And perhaps the lot that you fall in love with is in the middle of a field. I'm not sure. Does an old Victorian really suit in the middle of a field? I'm not sure.
It's going to take 30 years to grow the trees around it.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, and so there's things that people don't think about. And so it's very important to align yourself with the builder. Andy can help you with that. I can help you with that. So we can do a vacant lot loan with as little as 10% down. All right. We do not require a perk test for mortgage approval.
Run them through a perk test. For most people, they don't understand, like, there's a lot that goes into it, right?
Yes. Oh, it's very complex.
Yeah. So run them through what a perk test is.
So a perk test is if you do not have city sewer.
Which is common in the outskirts.
Yes, so you're going to have a septic field. And that's what a perk test. So the county will come out, actually dig on the property, and they're going to check what the composition of the soil is.
Yeah.
The sandier the soil, the better the perk, and the cheaper the septic field. If you have to get into an engineered
20,000.
septic, at least 30. It can be 30,000. Yeah.
So what a septic field does is you have basically a big holding tank, and then it goes out into a field and it drains out, and then it has to seep down through the soil correctly. If the soil content is more clayey, it doesn't. It holds water up high and won't let the water drain down. You have to go in and literally create a drainage field, and that's where you get into the 20, 30,000. That's a big question to ask if you're building a home.
Yes.
And this is where you get builders involved, people.
Yes.
You get professionals in the industries involved.
Yes.
To save yourself that $25,000 heartache when you thought, oh, 8,000, you just, oh yeah, I'll do 8,000 for a septic, and no, the next thing you know it's 30, right? So get the right people involved.
But the thing is to get the mortgage though on a vacant lot, you don't need
need the perk test.
But that's scary, not getting a perk test. I don't advise. I mean,
if you're going to build a house on it,
you need to get a perk test.
Because then you know, okay, my septic's going to cost $25,000, or my septic's going to cost $8,000.
Right.
If you don't think $20,000 is a lot of money, you can go do whatever you want. But for most people, that might be the down payment on the land.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
Stuff to think about.
Right. So when you go to purchase a vacant lot and you tell me that ultimately your goal is to build, I'm going to dig deeper and I'm going to ask you questions. Well, what is your price range on a build? And I'm going to make sure in the very beginning that you qualify for what you want to ultimately build.
Nice.
Yes.
That's powerful too, because the last thing you want, and we see it happen off and on, somebody buys the land, they have the big dream, then they go to try to make the dream happen and can't qualify for the entire house. Then they have this bigger piece of land, now they don't know what to build, and it becomes a headache, right?
Yes. So we've already pre-approved them on, the builder knows, Andy knows what they're approved for, basically, what they're approved up to. and then they start shopping for the lot. You get a perk test. You're going to want to do a survey. You want to know where those lot lines are. That's very, very important.
Yeah, where your boundaries are. You want to know what land's yours and what land's going to be your neighbor's.
Yeah, and the builder may or may not suggest what's called a soil boring test.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes into play when the builder suspects that perhaps the lot has been used for land balancing. And it's actually will uncover if this is a buildable lot or not.
Yeah, which is important because
very important.
What's underneath your house essentially is important. It's the
Yes.
foundation. It's
Yeah.
where you're going to build the foundation of the house from the ground up. Right?
Yeah, this is really important, especially on lake properties, because you could actually purchase a lot and have it completely not buildable.
Wow.
Because of the construction of
And then
the
what do you
soil.
do with it, right?
What do you do with it?
You try to sell it, and then somebody else is like,
Right.
why did you buy it? And try to sell it really quickly.
Right. I don't want to scare people on vacant lot, but it's just there's a
If
lot.
they do it the right way.
Yes.
And that's where,
Yeah.
if you're thinking about buying a vacant lot to potentially put a house on, it's okay to go ahead and buy the lot. You say, I love it. And then what we'll do is get the financing for the house, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with holding on to a lot for a couple of years.
Yeah.
We want to make sure, though, you know exactly what you're buying.
Yes.
So when you go to put that house, there's no surprises.
Exactly.
And that's why professionals, qualified people, builders, all of us together work together to help you get the lot of your dreams that you can actually build a home on in an efficient manner.
Yeah.
And that's all we want to do. All right, vacant lots, home building, that's exciting stuff.